Hello everyone, I'm Donna Sandoval and today I'll be presenting my analysis of the case study, Troubled Spain, Leading Organizational Changes Through Networks and Design. This case focuses on how organizational structure, communication networks, and leadership can influence a company's success or failure. During this presentation, I will discuss the company's background, the challenges it faced, the central issue affecting performance, several possible solutions, and my final recommendation. As we go through the case, I'll explain why communication and collaboration were critical factors in the organization's struggles and how management can use organizational design to create positive change. Case background. Troubled Spain was a subsidiary of Troubled Inc., a global semiconductor company operating in a highly competitive industry. Although the company produced innovative products and had talented employees, it struggled financially for several years. Its poor performance created concern among executives, and there was a real possibility that the subsidiary could be sold if the improvements were not made quickly. To address these issues, James Reed was hired as the new general manager. He was only given 6 months to evaluate the organization, identify the causes of poor performance, and implement changes that could improve results. This short timeline increased the pressure on leadership and made it essential to understand the organization's problems quickly and accurately. Next, we have the organizational challenges. After arriving at the company, James Reed conducted interviews with employees and managers to better understand the organization. Through these conversations, he discovered several significant challenges. Communication between departments was weak, making it difficult for employees to coordinate their work effectively. There were also conflicts between the departments, with teams often blaming one another when problems occurred. The employees were sometimes unsure about responsibilities and decision-making authority, which created confusion and inefficiency. The collaboration was limited, and many employees focused only on their own department rather than the organization as a whole. These issues contributed to a lack of unity and made it very difficult for the company to achieve its goals. Next, we have the central issue. The central issue in this case is poor communication and collaboration between departments. While the company faced several challenges, many of them were connected to this underlying problem. The departments struggled to share information, coordinate activities, and work toward common objectives. As a result, misunderstandings occurred frequently, projects experienced delays, and the employees became frustrated. When communication breaks down, the organizations often experience lower productivity and weaker performance. In troubled Spain, the lack of collaboration prevented departments from functioning as an integrated system. Instead of working together to solve problems, the teams often operated independently, creating barriers that limited organizational effectiveness. Next, we have the consultant findings. To gain a deeper understanding of the organization, a consultant was brought in to analyze relationships and communication patterns. The consultant's findings confirmed many of the concerns identified by employees and managers. One of the most significant issues involved the relationship between manufacturing and research and development. These departments depended on each other to achieve success, yet communication between them was often strained. The information was not shared effectively, and the employees sometimes prioritized departmental objectives over organizational goals. This created the tension and reduced the company's ability to respond efficiently to the challenges. The consultant concluded that improving communication networks and strengthening relationships across departments would be essential for long-term improvement. Next, we have solution 1. To clarify responsibilities, improve accountability, and reduce confusion. Okay. The first possible solution is redesigning the organizational structure. Organizational structure determines how responsibilities are assigned, how the decisions are made, and how the employees communicate with one another. In troubled Spain, unclear responsibilities contributed to confusion and inefficiency. By redesigning the structure, management could establish clearer reporting relationships and define rules more effectively. Employees would better understand their responsibilities, and managers can be held accountable for results. A clearer structure could also reduce duplication of effort and improve coordination. However, while this solution addresses some organizational problems, it may not fully resolve the communication and collaboration issues that exist between the departments. Next, we have solution 2. The second solution is creating cross-functional teams. Cross-functional teams bring together employees from different departments to work on shared projects and organizational goals. This approach encourages communication because the employees can interact regularly with their colleagues outside their own departments. It also promotes information sharing and helps employees gain a better understanding of how their work affects their areas of the organization. By working together to solve the problems, the team members can build stronger relationships and reduce conflict. In the case of troubled Spain, cross-functional teams could help bridge the gap between departments such as manufacturing and R&D. This solution directly targets the communication challenges identified throughout the case and encourages a more collaborative culture. Next, we have solution 3. The third solution focuses on strengthening leadership and organizational culture. Leaders play a critical role in shaping employee behavior and establishing expectations for collaboration. James Reed could work with managers to create a shared vision that emphasizes teamwork, communication, and organizational success. Leadership development programs could help managers improve their communication skills and become more effective at leading change. In addition, promoting a culture that values cooperation rather than competition between departments could improve employee relationships. While cultural change often takes time, strong leadership can create an environment where collaboration becomes a normal part of daily operations and supports long-term organizational success. Next, we have the recommended solution. My recommendation is to implement cross-functional teams along with stronger communication processes. Among the solutions discussed, this option most directly addresses the root cause of the company's problems. Cross-functional teams encourage employees to collaborate, share information, and focus on organizational goals rather than departmental interests. At the same time, formal communication processes such as regular meetings, project updates, and information sharing systems can ensure that important information reaches the right people. This combination would help reduce misunderstandings, improve the business, improves coordination, and strengthen relationships across the departments. Although organizational structure and leadership improvements are important, Improving communication and collaboration should be the organization's highest priority because these issues affect nearly every aspect of performance. Next, we have the conclusion. Troubled Spain's challenges were largely caused by poor communication and weak collaboration between departments. These issues created conflict, reduced efficiency, and prevented employees from working together effectively. Throughout this presentation, we examined the company's background. We identified the central issue and explored 3 possible solutions. While redesigning the organizational structure and strengthening leadership could provide benefits, implement cross-functional teams and communication processes offers the most direct solution to the organization's problems. This case demonstrates the importance of organizational design, communication networks, and leadership in achieving success. When employees share information, collaborate effectively, and work toward common goals, the organizations are better positioned to improve performance and adapt to change. Thank you for your time, and I would be happy to answer any questions.